As London's busy design season starts to reactivate this coming September, it feels like the perfect moment to revisit The Ripple Effect by Alicja Patanowska. Her beautiful ceramic installation transformed the Victoria and Albert's Madejski garden last year during the London Design Festival 2025. It was commissioned by the Victoria and Albert and was part of the UK-Poland season 2025. The work brought together 2,000 handmade tiles and was a reflection of the hidden cost of copper mining, because only just 8 of these copper-toned elements represented the metal's 0.4% yield, with the remaining elements representing the mining waste generated during extraction. In this short film, Alicja discusses the inspiration behind the piece and her poetic request for us to rethink our relationship with natural resources. We need to ask ourselves, how should we consume in the future? Alicja is currently exhibiting at the Centre for Art and Media Karlsruhe, the ZKM, as part of Silver Egg, the Eros of media art, continuing her exploration of embodied knowledge and the ways material, touch and physical encounter can become forms of knowing. And without further ado, over to Alicja.
I'm Alicja Patanowska and I'm an artist and designer from Poland. I'm based in Poznań and we are at the Victoria and Albert Museum South Kensington, where I'm showing my installation, The Ripple Effect. The ripple effect reflects how extracting sources evoke a huge damage in nature. This is what I'm showing here, how much soil you need to mine to have only small amount of the material. In this case, it's copper. I was inspired by the Żelazny Most, the Iron Bridge, the biggest reservoir in Europe, which is actually in Poland and in my region, so I know it very well. This installation is made with 2,000 tiles, and it shows kind of a ratio of how much waste we produce during the mining. From 1 ton of material we can get only 4 kilos of copper, and actually they said it's a lot, that they are proud. I was expecting that, it's something to be shamed with. I have to say, big thanks to V&A, because I really was trying to convince the company to start this research and this project. I didn't have enough argument to really convince them that it's worth to work with me. When V&A contacted me to do commission, I thought that it's the best opportunity. Can I have better? Can I show it in a better place? Probably no. So I'm a big fan of silent protest. So my concept is to show people something beautiful and give them opportunity to fall in love. Fall in love in nature again and treat natural sources as a real treasure. I mean, I don't mind to have mobile. I need it. I need laptop, and I will travel. I don't want to be hypocritic here, but I don't need to have new mobile every second year. My granny, she had vacuum cleaner for 30 years, the same one, and it still works, Each big or small institution will have this meeting point, and it looks a little bit like this, because the whole installation is super blue, and here you have everything is more reddish, and you really can see it as a very strong detail here, the installation. And for me it is a meeting point, to allow people to sit, to touch, because that's the other layer of this installation, that you can touch tiles. And first I'm throwing the very simple shape, and then I cut it and put it in a line, and then cut them on squares and put to the molds.
Oh, I see.
But in this way that I'm actually not touching this surface, to don't have any fingerprints like this, only these lines. They are symbols of the ripple effect. Through very small steps like this, I believe that I can change something. And I'm saying that because it was actually 11 years ago, I graduated from Royal College of Art here next door, and I got a Washington bursary from beautiful lady, a wife of Potter. She invited me to her place for a dinner, and I was like running to don't be late, and I just stopped and saw a huge piece of plastic, and I didn't know what it is, but I was so intrigued, and actually it was amount of plastic bottles which we use during the year, one person during the year, and it was the last day when I drank plastic water. I mean, sometimes I need to buy it a few times during the year, but like normally I drink tap water, and you know, this is a small, it was not very beautiful installation, I have to say. But you know, the impact.
Makes you think.
Exactly. I still have this picture in my head. Each of us can make impact, you know. So yeah, this is what it's about, and I really enjoy, you know, sitting here at the V&A and watching how people are really, you know, they are touching it, they are interested what it is about. I was growing up in the village. My grandparents, they were farmers, huge fans of nature, but they were not like hippies, you know, like dancing with trees. They knew that they need nature, and they had a respect. I remember when my grandfather was collecting leaves during the autumn, because then he could mount them, and you know, it was a resource, you know. So they teach me a lot. All these styles are handmade. I was trained as a potter, and even I'm more in the fine art field now and design. Craft is super important to me because you know, this value to the material. And 100 years ago there was this first potter, and you know, this is kind of line, and I'm a part of it. I'm part of kind of a community, and it makes me stronger.
What would you like to leave people with? Would you like to leave people with a message of some kind?
Yeah, so I would say that focus and care are the most important, you know, because if we care about nature, we care about ourselves. And so that would be my message, through my projects.
Thank you for listening to the Journal of Biophilic Design podcast.